Welcome folks to Fragrant Lawyer here, a lawyer by profession, a fragrance aficionado by passion. Today, we're gonna talk about my favorite fragrances from the house of Tom Ford. You're gonna see the fragrances that I pick, they're right in front of you over here, but you're gonna see that they are somewhat old school because that, in my opinion, further back was the heyday of Tom Ford fragrances. I think over the past few years, they've released a lot of fragrances. You know, it's almost every couple of months a new one comes out. Some people may love them. For me, I'm very selective when it comes to that. I do prefer the perfumery that they had probably the last 5-10 years or so ago, where I really enjoyed them a lot more. Here we go, the top 5 Tom Ford fragrances of all time, in my opinion, and I have most of the private collection, I should say. So number 5, I have to include this, and this is Oud Wood. And the reason I say I have to, it is iconic, it's classic, it's copied. And I've never met a person who did not like Tom Ford Oud Wood. It's manly, it's a compliment getter. It's not out of the ordinary in terms of the type of notes that it in fact has, but it is just a classical good fragrance that it could be a go-to if you feel, hey, you know, I can't think of what to wear today. It will do you good. It's an all-year wear. Okay, so obviously we've got oud. We have some rosewood in this. You know, we've got, I would think, some tonka bean in it. There's some amber as well, and some vanilla in this Oud Wood fragrance. Year-round, day and night, you can wear this. It could be a signature fragrance. It has a cult following. I have one of the older bottles, okay? This is one of the initial batches. I'm not sure if there's changes in the batches, quite frankly. I've seen there's like the bigger face on the bottle now. This is the original bottle, but I don't think you can go wrong with either bottle that you pick. It is just what I would call a good fragrance, and that is why I included it here. Okay, so the next one, number 4 for me, it may be a surprise, it's known as Azure Lime. You know, we're getting into the warmer months now, and to me, this is amazing fragrance for this purpose. Just spray this here. Oh, I really love this fragrance. If it only lasted longer, it probably would be close to number 1 on my list, okay? So Azure Lime, they say it has water-infused lime. And I believe, I'm not sure what that is, quite frankly, but you can feel the lime, but it's very zesty. It's kind of a fizzy type of lime, okay? You know, there are some woods in this as well. There is sandalwood, maybe a bit of oud that it's not listed, but I kind of smell something in the background there for it. So, and we'll give you a link below that will take you to the actual full notes of all these fragrances. Azure Lime, in my opinion, is strictly a summer fragrance. Morning or night, you wear this, but don't be afraid to spray. You could put 5-6 sprays of this thing on and you will not offend anyone, and it might last longer than it does. I think it is geared towards men, okay? Azure Lime, it's sort of a manly, you know, lime, fizzy lime type of fragrance. I don't know, you know, what I could say in comparison. Maybe Neo by Xerjoff, possibly you could compare it to. It is a good fragrance. You'll get compliments on this probably, you know, pretty soon after you sprayed it, before it starts to sort of die down. But when you go out at night, for example, if there's wind and a little bit of body heat, it will start to really grow and project, okay? So it is a very good fragrance, and that is why I have put it at number 4 in terms of my all-time Tom Ford private collection fragrances. All right, number 3 is just an amazing fragrance. And this is called Noir de Noir, not to be confused with Noir and Noir Extreme. This is from their private collection. And I'm going to tell you, this, I think, is the prototype Oud Rose fragrance, okay? And I think, in my opinion, the others copied from it. You have similar, you've got Oud Isfahan by Dior, Rose Arabe by Armani, More Than Words. Xerjoff has their own version, but to me, this is the prototype Noir de Noir. And it's a classic fragrance you can wear. I think it is an evening fragrance. Slightly leans feminine, but man, you can pull this off too. Okay, so what are the listed notes here? You know, you start out, you've got some truffle. Obviously, you've got some rose. They call it black rose here. There are floral notes in this as well. Patchouli, there is vanilla, oud, and listed as oak moss, although I don't smell it. Quite frankly, I get, in my opinion, oud, but a heavy dose of rose with, and I actually feel there's some cacao or chocolate in this, but I love it. It's a compliment getter. You know, you're limited when you can wear this. You wouldn't put this on in hot weather. I think you'd choke people out. I think nice evenings, you're dressed up formally. A suit, if you're a woman in a nice dress, black dress, this is one to go to. Noir de Noir from this house of Tom Ford. Okay, now we're getting into, in my opinion, the heavy hitters here. Okay, so number 2, Tuscan Leather, not ombre leather, okay? This is Tuscan Leather, a classic, manly fragrance. If you want to be Al Capone, you want to be a gangster, this is the fragrance you will wear. Tuscan Leather. What do we got? We got raspberries, we start, but the leather just hits. Like really, it's a raspberry leather fragrance. There are other listed notes. They say there's thyme, olibanum in this, jasmine, leather in this as well. Obviously leather, raspberry type of notes. There's suede, woods, and there's amber. So again, the leather is the note you're gonna feel in here with the raspberry. This is the one. Listen, it is a compliment getter. You're not gonna wear this in the day, you wear it at night, you're going out, and you wanna be the man of the place. This is the one for real men. This is Tuscan Leather from this house. Ombre leather, great, sure, no problem. But this is the original, this is the one. This is the one I would say you gotta get if you love leather fragrances, okay? It's not a skanky leather, it's an amazing leather. Number 1, folks. This is it. Hard to get nowadays, I believe, but you still can do it, okay? This is Tobacco Oud Intense, okay? This is a masterpiece. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, okay? You've got a realistic tobacco, not a sweet honey tobacco and not a dirty tobacco, just a clean, positive tobacco. You've got castoreum in this, you've got tonka bean in it as well as some patchouli, some amber, and some woods, and probably some musk. There's cedar wood in this as well. This is one you're gonna wear in the evenings. It's not a daytime scent, but everybody will ask you what you're wearing. Every single time I have worn Tobacco Oud Intense, I've been asked, either complimented or asked, what are you wearing? I use it sparingly nowadays because I know it's getting harder and harder and harder to find. I don't know why these guys discontinued it. You can still get it. Maybe they'll bring it back on. They did it with Bois Moroccan before, an Italian cypress maybe, but this has to come back. This is such an amazing, amazing fragrance. This is a masterpiece. This is their number 1 Tobacco Oud Intense, folks. So there you have it. That's my list here of the top 5 Tom Ford fragrances, and they're all private collection of all time. And I stand by my list here because I know this house and I've tried almost every single fragrance from their house. Folks, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like, please subscribe to our station as well. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. If you have any comments, if you disagree with me, you agree with me, you want to talk about these fragrances, please comment. I respond to all comments. It takes me some time, but I certainly will get to them all. All right, folks, take care of yourselves. The Fragrant Lawyer, out.